I'm Rebecca McLaughlin. I am a traditionally published young adult author whose first book comes out in January 2020. And today I want to talk about pre-orders. What a pre-order is when we're talking about books, why it exists, why it's a useful thing for authors, and why it might just be the best deal when buying new books. Pre-ordering a book is similar to pre-ordering other things, such as video games or clothing. For books, it normally happens 6 to 9 months before the book goes on sale. And it's basically a way of purchasing the book before it comes out. Now let's ask the question, why are books available for pre-order at all? Now this has to do with several factors. For example, the publisher may want to use the pre-order numbers, to determine how many books to put in the first printing, the first edition. Pre-orders are also a way of gauging public interest in a book prior to its actual on-sale date. If you have a high number of pre-orders, that reassures the publisher, the marketing team, etc., that the book is going to sell well. But when we say that it's good to pre-order a book for the author, what does that mean exactly? Do they get more money? Do they get that money sooner? Well, rest assured I have your answers. So when we say that a pre-order benefits the author, we do mean in that sense of building buzz for the book. So most pre-orders, they don't take your money until the book itself goes on sale. This means that any pre-order book that's purchased goes toward the first week of sales when the book comes out. And the first week a book is out is often when it sees its highest sale rate as well. From a sales perspective for the author, that first week, because it counts both pre-orders and the first week of sales, is the book's best chance to get on the coveted New York Times bestsellers list. And we can talk about that in another video about what it means to be a New York Times bestseller and how it's not as dramatic as people think it is. Regardless of whether the pre-order book is on sale or it's purchased the week it comes out, the author themselves, in terms of netting money from advances and royalties, it's the same amount. It doesn't make a difference pre-order versus in-person sale. We can quash that myth right there. But speaking of money, it might be in your best interest to purchase a pre-order as opposed to waiting for the publication date. Now, why is this? For example, my book right now, if you go to Amazon, Target, or Barnes & Noble, is on sale for a 29% discount. Now this is a promotional pre-order price. Most likely when it gets to the publish date, it will go back to its full market retail value. So there's actually an incentive for you to pre-order books as opposed to waiting. Oftentimes during a pre-order period, you will see it go on sale. And some retailers will lock in the lowest price possible for you. So if you pre-order it now, if it goes on sale at some point, you will get that sale price. So another consideration is that a book might not be coming out for 6 months, and you may have just heard about it when the cover was released or when the pre-order went live. 6 months is a long time, and I don't know about you, but there has been many a book where I thought, ooh, I want to buy that book when it goes on sale. And then I forget. It just slips my mind. A lot of times when books are announced, they drum up some interest. And then when the cover is revealed or the pre-order is released, they drum up more interest. But it's still a lot of time between now and then. So if you pre-order now, you save yourself the chance of forgetting later. And through a lot of retailers, if they don't charge you until then, you can cancel it at any point if you change your mind. Plus, if you're like me, sometimes you forget you bought that book and then it kind of shows up as a surprise right around the publish date. And who doesn't love surprise books? The last two things about pre-orders are optional. And by optional, I mean they don't happen for every pre-order for every book, but sometimes they happen. Sometimes the author will host something called a pre-order campaign. A pre-order campaign is basically where their author says, hey, if you pre-order my book, save the receipt and then submit it to me and I will send you some free stuff. Free stuff on top of a book. It's amazing. When this happens, it's pretty magical. Just look at this pre-order swag for Descendant of the Crane. And then look at this pre-order swag for The Merciful Crow. Both of these two authors are awesome people, and you should kind of probably check out those books. Links in the description. Now, not all pre-orders do a campaign, because one, it is often out of pocket for the author. So they're paying to send you extra goodies. Sometimes pre-order campaigns are just electronic, so they're lower cost. Sometimes they do have the involvement of the publisher, but most of the time it's just the author doing it. Okay, I fixed my lighting. It got brighter outside. It's a little better now. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do a pre-order campaign yet. I kind of want to, but I also want to keep it low cost and low impact to myself. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated. Another occasional benefit of doing a pre-order is that sometimes an author will sign the pre-orders, or a certain amount of the pre-orders. You could buy the book and have it already signed by the author, which is super cool, especially if that author lives far away, isn't touring, or isn't going to be at events. So pre-ordering a book not only supports the author and supports the book, but it also might just be the best deal for you. Segue, speaking of, my pre-order links are in the description of this video. The link that's down there will take you to a hub where you can get to multiple retailers: Target, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, etc., IndieBound. Alrighty, thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions about pre-orders in general, or specifically the pre-order for my book, Nameless Queen, feel free to ask in the comments below or reach out to me via the social medias. Boom. Nameless Queen comes out January 7th, 2020. Between now and then, it will be available for pre-order. So if any of the reasons here have spoken to your heart, check out the links below to pre-order, and also consider doing it for other authors and books that you're excited for. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see and want to see some more. Here's a video that YouTube thinks you'll like, and here's my most recent video. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye!